Vision, Tomb Raider.
Is this thing on? Academics. Just roll tape on the professor and we'll cut something together later.
Going beyond the boundaries of the physical world, of life and death, that's when we enter the realm of pure and perfect spirit, the pleroma. Communicating with the pleroma has always been possible, though rarely attempted due to the enormous risks. Among the known methods, the lost astrolabe of Mashallah, and here, the Ankh of Osiris. The Ankh is simply an antenna that can tune into the spiritual wavelength. That is, it guides the soul to find its way back to the body. It's an ancient technique of resurrection that has... Yes, these are only claims. These are my claims. But where is the proof? Here, proof. This is the key. I hold the power of life in my hand. Watch closely now. Osiris, Croft!
I hope this works. Osiris defend!
Lara! I was... Lara?
The cabal. Yes, they were here. Dr. Heinrich, most people just aren't ready for what...
You're right. If you only knew.
Come on, let's go.
No! My work's done. Why did you bring me back? It was perfect. Absolute. The pleroma. It's all real. Give them the Ankh. It's useless. This world is nothing. Give it to the cabal, or I swear there will be disaster.
Heinrich! What did you see? What disaster? Allow me, gentlemen. Stand down.
That's it?
That's it.
It has begun.
Earlier tonight, renowned archaeologist Lady Lara Croft stunned the academic world with the display of ancient occult powers, which may challenge our ideas on the very nature of death itself. A demonstration of contact with pagan spirits was interrupted by an armed group of religious extremists. The deadly attack was repelled when a stone statue was miraculously brought to life. But what is this mystical force? Some are calling it the true religion. Others call it blasphemy. But for most people, all that matters is that it may hold the key to immortality. Here with me is a man who claims to have been brought back to life by the Osiris Ankh.
You'd think a girl would remember a little thing like raising a man from the dead.
This is a disaster. All we've achieved, every belief we've advanced, every idol and artifact we've suppressed to maintain our position, it's all fallen apart. I say we extend our truce until the current crisis can be resolved. Oh, and furthermore, may you all burn in hell once this is over.
Our common interest for now must be in working together to defeat this new heresy. I pray for your death.
May a plague fall upon your people. But yes, there is possible only one course of action here. Bring in the curator.
You requested my presence.
The mission to seize the Ankh has failed. Are you aware of the gravity of this?
I am, Your Grace.
The object is with Croft, and beware its occultic powers. You get that Ankh and you bring it here. We can't allow it to be used again.
We grant you the use of the sacred gifts. Should you fail, our control will be lost, and the world will face certain destruction. Bless you, my son.
Zahir Zalat, I don't believe we've met. Since I brought you back to life, the least I deserve is a thank you, wouldn't you agree? Look, I appreciate what you did for me at the museum, but I need to know what your game is. And if we're in this game together. You believed in Dr. Heinrich, the disaster he spoke of. What do you know of it? Well then, perhaps I'll just find out for myself. Heinrich always said there were many ways
of crossing over.
Yes, that's right.
The pleroma, the divine fullness, is all around us. Lara!
If you believe I saved your life, I trust you're prepared to return the favor if needed.
Lara Croft. It's Yahweh or the highway. Allahu Akbar!
Clearly Osiris has a plan of his own.
Maybe he thinks he's the one true god?
Croft! Give us the Ankh!
Give us the Ankh, please. This is pointless.
Release the eternal flame. The Wheel of Ezekiel. Surrender the Ankh, or you will face the Lord's vengeance!
I don't have the bloody Ankh, and I suggest you lower your tone.
And what of this claim that the incident at the museum was staged?
Well, now we all know that there's no such thing as magic. You can't raise the dead. Ms. Croft wanted to get her face in the papers, that's all. But rational people like you and I are going to hold on to our traditional beliefs and ignore this cow manure. Oh, excuse me.
Hello, Mr. Stern. Your agents aren't coming back. And Lara Croft is dead. I have the Ankh.
What is this? Who are you?
If you want it, you will do as I ask.
I told you to just give them the Ankh, Lara.
Heinrich?
Reviving the dead is pointless. They will live only to die again.
Bless me, Father. I am not worthy.
It's a trap! Order the attack!
You are not welcome here.
Seriously?
My child, it is time for you to leave.
It's chaos on the streets of London. Armed factions of the interfaith coalition known as the Cabal have turned arms on one another. What's this? My God, are you getting this? A man. Oh, dear heavens. It appears to be the man recently brought back from the dead by Lara Croft.
Your religions are false. I am Osiris, and...
But how?
Let's just say I'm not welcome in high places. Osiris Neferti Herachum, Rasepta Minanu Kadisi Herachum. Thank you for saving my life. I'm afraid you're just too good for this world.
As it was in the beginning,
So shall it be in the end.
At last, after decades of searching by the world's leading archaeologists, I, Zoltan, have achieved what they could only dream of. I have found the lost tomb of King Moctezuma!
Well, that's assuming he's in there, boss.
Rodrigo, you bumbling buffoon! I'm having a moment.
I'm just saying, boss, we need Moctezuma's Scarlet Scarab to get out of Hawk.
Who are these idiots?
It's Moctezuma!
Thank you, gentlemen. I've long fancied the Scarlet Scarab. Cheers.
It's that tomb robber Lara Croft! Dispose of her! Oh. Kill her to death!
How positively antisocial.
Oh, that's nice. Rodrigo, take my picture for the paper and then let's go upon this rock.
Yes, boss.
No! Rodrigo!
No! Take it out before... It's too late.
Never! I am an emissary of the Aztec Resurrection Association, charged with locating and resurrecting Moctezuma, so the Aztec way of sacrifice can return, restoring balance to the universe!
But you're just a farting moron!
A ruse! Unpleasant but necessary to the success of my mission. Moctezuma, behold your first sacrifice!
You have got to be kidding.
What do I do?
You nincompoop, run! How delightful. This is completely undignified. Sorry, Sultan.
Don't mention it. I know you're only trying to help.
That's right. Come and get me.
Sorry, when you play a role for a long time as I have, even the unsavory aspects become a part of you. Now, Moctezuma wants a sacrifice, and you, meddling Miss Croft, shall be that sacrifice!
I think not.
Hey!
You know, Lara, we'd make quite the team, and I am looking for a new partner.
The less said about this adventure, the better.
There's a curious item I've been keeping in my trousers for you, Lady Croft. Had to smuggle it out of its climate-controlled vault, you understand. They get very upset about just showing the goods off willy-nilly, as it were. This was brought back from one of those tiresome Antarctic expeditions of the 19th century. They called it Angel Spit. This is all we have left of the chunk that was brought back by some mad captain with ice in his mustache way back when.
What are you angling for, Professor?
King's College have found some peculiar medical properties in Angel Spit. But as I say, this is all we have. You can clearly see that we cannot continue to melt lumps off for their labs.
What does it do?
You're holding the biological panacea. A mass of cells that can be programmed to turn into any kind of cell, thereby curing all human disease and injury.
I see. And so they need more. But the idea that there's some cure-all lost in Antarctica...
Which they have absolutely no idea how to obtain. And for obvious reasons, no one wishes to involve pharmaceutical corporations at this time. As ever, Lady Croft, the resources of the British Museum are yours.
What do you know about the expedition?
Oh, the usual nonsense. Day 1 off to the South Pole. Day 100 had to eat own boots. Day 200, young Bleakensop raped all the penguins, had to shoot him and cook him. Day 500...
Day 174. The blizzards have tricked us again. We've crossed onto a peninsula with no way forward. I suspect, in fact, that this is an island, and that we've traversed an ice bridge. The men want to stay. They're finding chunks of a richly hued mineral resembling amber, and are collecting up as much as their packs will bear. It lays on the slopes where the ice forms in long white blades, and so they call it Angel Spit. I am trying to dissuade them. This place disturbs me. The ground frequently rings with dissonant song like struck gongs. Day 175. Hawkins choked on his own tongue in the night. Cause unknown. The sound of gong seems almost deafening now, and it is affecting everyone and everything. The men have begun to fight. The more Angel Spit they gather, in fact, the deeper their madness grows. The ground calls to it. There is a giant heart under the ice calling to its blood. Men were not meant to see it. Men were not meant to be here. Day 176. The last of the men killed each other in the night. As I leave the peninsula, the gonging fades, and the chunk of Angel Spit in my hand becomes inert. I no longer wish to live. But people must know not to come here. They must know of the curse of the heart of the world.
Curse? What utter bollocks. But it's such a lovely little puzzle. I need to look at some maps, I think. Look at this. A land bridge from South America to Antarctica. And islands where ice should be. It's me. I'm gonna need a flight to Chile, a consignment from California, and some sea transport. I need you to speak to your ancestors, Maria. I need to know if there was ever an island off the South Pole, one scattered with red gems. You have helped me before.
And I will help you again. The ancestors know that wisdom is no use if it remains buried with them. They are telling me to tell you. You must not go there. It is the home to the mother of the world, asleep in the ice. It was sacred to my shaman ancestors before the rest of the world had even heard of the idea of God.
Are you telling me it's cursed?
Of course not. We are not a superstitious people. We are telling you that you will simply die horribly.
That's right, Miss Croft. Orbital imaging corresponds. There's an island under the ice sheet, and it appears to have structure. It's the strangest geology.
And no one's ever seen it before.
In all fairness, no one was looking for it before. And the fact that there's a glacier cliff hanging right over the area, it wasn't a high priority in Antarctic mapping.
You'll download the coordinates to me.
As soon as possible, Miss Croft.
Make it sooner than that, please. I'm about to go a little outside mobile phone coverage. Splendid. Lovely. Angel spit. Honestly, can't see why they'd call it that. Looks more like... Well, I wasn't going to say amniotic fluid, but... The heat, asleep in the ice. Biological processes in cryogenic freeze, hibernation. Oh my god, I'm standing in its womb. And it's spawning. If you think you're coming with me, I'm afraid you're sorely mistaken. There's no place for you in the real world.
Amazing. The long-lost monastery of Gompa.
You don't belong here.
And yet, here I am. Medieval monks and the Scepter of Khan. Perfect.
You must leave this unholy place. Go, before it's too late. This is yours, I trust?
Abigail Butterworth, you spoiled... Whilst I appreciate the admiration, I told you not to follow me.
I want to be just like you, but this isn't fun anymore, Lara.
If we get out alive, no word of this to your mother. Hear me?
Join us!
Help me! We can't leave, Lara. That monk, he's using the scepter to create a race of beastmen.
He was using the scepter. Oh, please, don't act surprised. This is why I'm here, not to rescue you, young lady.
Lara, we have to use the scepter to help them.
No, Abigail, we have to survive.
No, not my scepter! That's my scepter!
That's a matter of debate. Au revoir, tall, dark, and fuzzy.
can't thank you enough.
It seemed to be the right thing to do, considering you tear me to shreds otherwise. Now, where did Abby get to?
Need a ride?
So all those years of show riding were good for something after all. I'm looking for a research assistant.
Mother would never agree to it. She says you're a bad influence.
Point taken.
Lara, that's terrible. You know this makes you a thief. Does it? I don't see how.
It most surely does. I shall visit you in prison, bravely holding back my tears at your degraded position.
Oh, but surely the law looks kindly upon innocent, utterly charming young girls who wish merely to borrow an item purely for its educational value. Besides, what can I say? I like pretty things. So who wants to see it? Well, if we must. Dear ladies, I give you the Dagger of Citan. Armies fought and kingdoms fell for this blade. It's rumored that it eats men's souls.
Miss Croft! How dare you take this priceless artifact from our gallery? How dare you!
That's mine!
It's your father's. And it's a grave danger to everyone in this room. Go.
Yes, Mom.
Now, if the Countess of Abingdon would be good enough to follow her humble headmistress to her office.
Miss Dickinson, I'm sure my father would allow me to...
Your father is in Outer Mongolia, Lady Croft. Nevertheless, I have finally convinced him that your constant travels to unsavory locales has impeded your success in this school. It's time you learned how a proper English girl behaves, Lady Croft. And stop this unseemly and unladylike obsession with the dusty rubbish of long-dead monarchs.
Can't see a bloody thing in these. All right, Headmistress Dickinson, let me show you how this proper English girl behaves. Nice doggy? I should warn you I'm not as delicious as I look, but I bring beefy gifts. Oh, how I wish I'd brought another raw slab of steak.
Hey, stop! Come on, where's the damn bandages? Oh, cheers, mate. Hang on a minute. Get back here, girl! You'll be expelled. Mark my words. I've got you now, love. Come out, girl. Come and take what's coming to you. Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come take your medicine. I don't get paid enough for this.
But you can't be certain it was Miss Croft.
I'm almost of a positive nature that it...
Mr. Loxley.
Mum?
A note on my desk. Esteemed Miss Dickinson, with all due respect, I believe it's time for you to update your definition of the word ladylike. I owe you one lovely golden dagger to be returned at an unspecified date. Respectfully yours, Anonymous. P.S. What can I say? I like pretty things.
Mum, you ain't looking too good, if I may. Perhaps you best sit down?
Yes.
Finding Atlantis was never this vexing. Why can't I find Thermopolis?
The Thermopolians never intended their city to be found.
Talk, quickly, before you find yourself swimming home.
Anton Cooper, a pleasure. Recognize this?
It's a fragment of the key to the Thermopolian armory.
Just like the one you possess.
A curiosity, nothing more. Thermopolis is hidden.
Was hidden. In exchange for your piece of the key, I'll take you there.
Not much of a night for a swim. Keep talking.
The Liberty Project has the other 4 key fragments. They intend to resurrect the Thermopolian Lethal Legion.
Destroy the fragments, they lose.
They've fabricated duplicates.
Clever, those neocons, but harmless windbags.
So they want you to think. Did you know one of the key fragments was in the Ministry of Antiquities in Baghdad? They started a war to get it. The power mad gleefully shed blood for what they want. Even your blood.
I can take care of myself.
Can you now?
Give me a reason not to kill you.
Because, Lady Croft, I am your salvation.
I never expected this.
Welcome to Thermopolis. That's our destination, the armory.
The Liberty Project is already here.
Did I neglect to mention that?
I don't like you, Mr. Cooper. There better be another way in.
As you wish, Lady Croft. If you use the counterfeits, Mr. Madison, the resulting explosion will shift a tectonic plate. The resulting tsunami will wipe out any city within 50 miles of the Mediterranean coast.
I really don't like you, Mr. Cooper.
The elusive Mr. Cooper and Lady Lara Croft. Do I trust you or call your bluff?
It's no bluff.
Perhaps I should just shoot you and take your pieces.
Bad idea. Cooper has a radio link to his transport. He dies, the airlock goes. How long can you hold your breath?
We came to prevent disaster. Please, take them. Open the armory.
Who will claim the prize they most desire?
Lady Croft will.
It's really beyond dislike now, Mr. Cooper. I hate you.
I dispute her claim.
Then it shall be decided in the traditional manner, in the Dream Chamber. You will face 3 challenges. Emerge victorious, the prize is yours. But be warned, to die in the Dream Chamber is to truly die.
Charming.
Choose that which destroys the most.
Too easy. The Thermopolians sank their city to destroy it. It's water.
The Thermopolians thought man to be a combination of all 4 elements. They sank their city because man destroys the most.
Congratulations, Lady Croft. Now, defeat your enemy by first light.
First light?
By first light, he meant to touch the colored stars in order of the spectrum. Red, orange, yellow.
Brilliant. I should have played with more crayons as a child.
Congratulations, Mr. Madison. Your final test, summer is salvation.
Summer begins in June, and Cancer is the month sign. Right, not Cancer then. Of course. The Earth's wobble and the progression of seasons. For Thermopolians, summer begins with the sun and the constellation Pisces. I hope.
Please, Lady Croft, claim your prize.
I have the perfect spot for this.
Still hate me?
Loathe. Utterly. He looked a lot like you. Was that your brother?
My son, actually. There are some things so worth protecting that any sacrifice is acceptable.
Revision. Tomb Raider.
Looks like Lara Croft's finally dead, eh?
She's been thought dead before, usually by people who end up in the grave they dug for her.
Stop talking about her like she's some force of nature. She was in over her head, a dilettante, a pampered heiress playing at adventure. I saw it from the start.
May I buy in?
It's a high-stakes game, Lady Croft.
If it weren't Mr. Atchison, I wouldn't be interested. Oh, congratulations on your latest acquisition. The Ruby of Chemis, I believe.
What, this little bauble?
If that's how you feel, perhaps you'd care to make this hand interesting.
You have something of equal value?
Greater, the location of the treasure of Perseus.
But these are the coordinates for...
Just so.
It makes sense. I thank you. Pity I can't risk you beating me to it. Ruby, get her, you idiots! No one could survive that.
Shall we send divers to recover the ruby, Mr. Atchison?
Yes, but I'm not overly concerned. The treasure of Perseus makes it look like a Velvet Elvis painting. Blunt, you idiot! You said you were a safecracker. Try some finesse.
You didn't find it, though, did you? The ruby. Or Croft's body. You're wrong about her. She's no spoiled rich girl. She's brilliant. I found out for myself a few days after my salvage ship got here. What the...
Oi, Blood, you up there?
Tell them to keep working.
Keep at it, lads.
Good. Now we wait.
I recognize you. Thought you ran around in tombs.
Tomb, noun, a grave or other place for burying a dead person. I believe the Lusitania qualifies.
Boys, we've got a stowaway! Keep firing! Pursue Lady Kevlar!
Shot.
Drowned. One way or another, she's done for.
My point is, this site's a protected national monument. If you didn't have a corrupt government official in your pocket, we couldn't do this. Don't you see, Atchison? She let you win that hand. Croft's a genius at deduction, manipulation.
Men, you're both wrong. She's no bored heiress or Lady Sherlock Holmes. She's a hunter, cold as ice and hard as stone. As we discovered yesterday.
Got a Rubens here, boss. Throw it on the pile. I want the treasure of Perseus.
If it's still here, legend has it the Lusitania wasn't really sunk by a German U-boat. Sailors say it was Poseidon, taking back what was his.
It's here. I can feel it. And soon it will be mine.
A slight correction. It'll be mine.
Scarlet, earn your pay.
We can do this with guns, but I prefer it up close and personal. As you wish.
You made the rules. Now you'll play by them, win or lose.
Run for your lives!
Call her what you like. By killing the Kraken, she bought us time to find the treasure. With her life. At long last, it's mine.
Haven't you learned anything about jumping to conclusions?
You don't scare me, Croft. I know what Perseus' treasure is. The Aegis, the shield of Athena, adorned with the head of Medusa. You're not... But how?
I came prepared. I placed infrared lenses in my glasses. Being cold and dead Medusa's head is just a blur to me. You, I can see quite clearly. You never had much of a poker face. Shall we conclude this politely, or... Oh, bollocks.
All right about her, you know. And all wrong. She's many things, Lady Croft, but she's one more than any other. Unstoppable.
Now this will be a tricky one to display.